This show is part of the HeadStuff podcast network.
We're recording this on the day after the weather finished.
Yeah.
So we all had a nice time being summer children. And, you know, we felt like we lived on the continent.
Yes.
Felt like it was a great summer. My summers never going to end. It was girls and red bikinis and got a hold of hand of Sherry Tootsie Roll, the hottest bird in all of Westchester, Pennsylvania.
Are you doing the
Was
Outsiders?
it Joe Biden? What was that?
It was kind of Joe Biden and Outsiders by Essie Hinton.
They're attractive. They're very attractive.
Hot and loud.
And a little bit sad.
He was the best guy around.
Oh my, is it hot in here or what?
You're an attractive guy.
It's the fabulous Tony Cantwell.
I'm talking about Shane Daniel Byrne.
Killian, Sundermann!
Yes, we can. Barack Obama said that in 2008, and that was actually about a can from Kilcool, County Wicklow called Reraw. That was his dream, and this is the can. It's here in front of us. It's Reraw Irish Lager.
Yeah, it's Fader Lynn. Yes, we can. It's taken some time due to the recession and another thing with the COVID and everything, but now Reraw has truly found its home in off licenses and bars all around the country.
Yes.
But of course, Reraw have no political ideology.
No. Well, they are Oscailga, so that might, I don't know.
Hey.
Who knows?
Hey,
Look.
it's delicious. It's for the summer. It's light and it's fresh. And now they also have the shandy available for the summer months as well. And it's totally tropical. They sponsor this podcast and we like them. Oh.
I have been drinking them over the weekend and it was really nice because it was super hot and I was lying there in a paddling pool having a nice cold shandy and it was delicious. I had a great time. Thank you, Reraw.
Thank you.
Did you study Outsiders in school?
Bukowski?
Did you find it to be the sexiest book of all time?
The Outsiders? All I remember about
It's
that
so
was there's
gay.
a line where they have cake in the fridge, chocolate cake in the fridge at all times.
Pony Boy is the name of the boy, and he gets with, I thought you were referencing it because he gets with a girl called Cherry.
Cherry.
She's posh. And then the lesson is, he says to her, you don't know what it's like. And she says, it's rough all over, Pony Boy. And I've never forgotten that. I think of that all the time.
What a line.
And actually I say it's rough all over, Pony Boy.
Yeah.
But basically it is really a gay book that I just think is so gay. I haven't actually read any like critical theory on it. We did it in school, so obviously they wouldn't have mentioned that.
So it was written from the perspective of the male gaze.
It's written...
It was written by a 16-year-old girl.
Was it?
Yeah.
Essie Hinton is a little girl?
She was really young. Yeah. Like in
There's
high
a
school.
movie.
Normally
There's
the
a
girls
movie.
put letters, pseudonyms. The girls, E.L. James, so that
Yes.
people have a kind of a gender.
So they might read their
C.S.
book.
Lewis, J.R.R. Tolkien.
R.L. Stein.
I think J.R.R. Tolkien was a 16-year-old girl when he wrote Lord of the Rings.
Was he
crazy.
J.R. Tolkien's a little girl.
Yeah, C.S. Lewis was, I think, 18-year-old girl just in high
Wow.
school in San Francisco.
Not Belfast.
No.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Jeez, I went to a park there. They just shut that down.
Very interesting. Very
The
interesting.
Bible, I think, also.
There is a movie of it, and that's hot too. And it
Yeah.
has Tom Cruise,
Cruise.
Matt Dillon. I feel like
Yeah.
Rob Lowe,
Yes.
the Karate Kid.
You're doing very
Ralph
well with
Macchio.
these.
I have a lot
remembering
of.
these.
Do you know? I remember nothing these days,
Yeah.
Killian. I don't remember.
And I think it was Coppola. I have a feeling it was Coppola.
Oh, yeah?
Sophia.
No, Francis Ford.
I was just kidding because she's a girl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Francis is a girl's name. If you're called Francis and you're a man, state that. You got
State
you
that.
got girl's
I
name.
have a girl's
Ha-ha.
name.
You have a girl's name.
Yeah, but then you just change it to Frank. And then you're Frank.
Like Frankie from the Saturdays.
Yes. Yeah.
The Australian.
She was famously...
She famously.
famous Australian Frankie from the Saturdays.
Yeah.
Formerly a man called Francis.
And I loved her work in.
She wrote F. Scott Fitzgerald. She wrote
F. Scott Fitzgerald.
Scott Fitzgerald.
And then F. Scott Fitzgerald came to being, and thus
Wrote.
Leonardo DiCaprio, and I think that's
Gatsby from the Saturdays.
Yes.
Gatsby. I love Gatsby from the Saturdays.
My goodness. We haven't had our coffees
That's
this
good.
morning.
We're getting it out. We're getting it out.
out.
N- We saw each other. I was thinking today, I was like, God, I haven't seen you in ages. And I was like, I saw you a lot last week.
Yeah.
There was 3 days, the Tuesday, Wednesday, and the Thursday.
A lot going on.
We were ensemble. We were together.
I found that
Michaela.
on the last day we were kind of sitting there in silence,
Yeah.
looking at our phones, and it was that kind of vibe that young Zoomers look at couples and think, "Can we promise we'll never be like that?
Yeah.
where we don't talk to each other."
They're wrong, though.
They're wrong.
Yeah.
and we were like that. I felt very nice.
It's joyful.
It's that is it. That is what you want, to sit there in silence.
Yeah.
That is it. Like
we were laughing. Remember,
that's-
I said that it's so funny that when we started this with the calendar,
that I didn't even know yous, and we were in our underwear together.
Yeah.
And then only a couple of years later, I know the ins and outs of your holiday plans
Yeah.
because they interfere with my plans.
You know about my brother's wedding.
Know all about
when
it.
I'm going and what me and Raymond are doing after the wedding because it impacts the podcast.
I'm looking forward to it. I can't explain that feeling. I'm looking forward to your brother's wedding.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, does anyone look forward to?
This is our water cooler. This is.
We're just catching up. Hey, we're just
catching up.
We're just a bunch of lads catching up. I'm going to Cork today, my beloved Cork.
Ah,
I do love Cork. And we say it enough on this podcast, but I do love Cork.
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Your moustache is lovely, Killian.
Really?
Did you trim it?
Wow. No, I didn't.
Did you trim it to resemble that of a surf?
You've had to trim it at some point.
No, well, I mean, I trimmed it this morning, but I didn't trim. I'm joking. No, I didn't. I trimmed it maybe last week because I don't really know. I have no regularity with things. I don't know how often I cut my nails. If you told me, Killian, you cut your nails once a month, I'd go.
That changes with the seasons
maybe
and the weather.
Does it actually?
Yeah.
See, I don't know that information. I don't know
nails
how
grow
often I
different
shave. I could be shaving.
Speeds?
Yeah, yes. The heating up of our body, it throws off the homeostasis of our body, and thus a little process like that, hair growth.
What about the
my hair
hetero
goes
status?
so thick in the summer. You know
What
I'm
about the
saying?
hetero
true?
status? That's what I want to know. Look, it's been enough of this woke shit. When's the hetero status of my nails?
I'm over woke as well.
Are you?
I think I'm right wing.
Oh, interesting. Can't wait to see how this develops.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
I'm not sure which of you I don't like more.
Well,
Killian's
do.
probably more lefty liberally than you, Tony, so I hate him more.
I would accept you
Right.
fully.
As what, a right wing?
No, actually. No, I don't, but I don't know if I'd fall out with anyone over their political beliefs.
Political beliefs, maybe not. Well, it is hard, isn't it?
that's a weird one. I
I always, because maybe you
What if
should.
someone's like, out and out racist?
Yeah. Well, you see, this
Racist,
is the thing.
But that's
because
separate to the political.
as lefties, we believe a lot of the things that we believe are just basic human rights and more morally good. And that if you were to think the opposite of that, that you're evil and you had all of the same information that we did, and you weighed up the options and you chose the path of pure evil.
Okay. Not seeing an issue at all with what you said so far.
No, it's hard. It's hard to it's hard to get into it because a lot of it, when you come down to it, is kind of like, oh well, these are basic human rights, and if you don't like that, it's not about. It's for fattening your pockets.
Yeah.
I'm liking this. I'm liking this vibe.
How do you feel? How do you feel?
No,
Tell us
I'm
why.
like, we're just getting serious into it. We're just kind of like meandering to a start. It's very exciting about it.
Oh, yeah.
I find I obviously I don't even like saying left wing because I don't know what that, but I often find myself hating on left wing people more as a member of that faction. I don't know, like I'm often like, oh, shut up. Like I do find myself doing that a lot. And I think especially like when you're in activist movements and things like that, some of the people there who are talking about being like, we are the virtuous, the virtuous, the people who are sort of fighting on behalf of other people or whatever. In those kind of movements, I have met some of the worst people, like bad, mean, bad
Bullies.
people. Bullies, that kind of thing.
Control people, power people.
Yeah. So it's like
Name and shame.
No, but I almost did.
tip of your tongue.
I almost did. But I did find like sort of political grandstanding. I find that really, really obnoxious, and
That sounds
I don't like
it should be a really cool, exciting thing.
Welcome to Political Grandstanding with Killian Sundermann. This week, I'm going to be talking about all the different things that you can talk about in life. You can say, if someone's enjoying the song Zombie, you can tell them that's actually an anti-rebellion song. And you can go on about that for ages.
No, it's not an anti-rebel song. It's an anti-war song.
Here's 10 more boring things you can go on about to make yourself feel like you're a better person than someone else.
Do you know what? I think when lefties, you get cringe at like very like angry, condescending lefties. It's kind of like when you're at a gig and you've been waiting for ages and it's a band that doesn't normally play in Dublin and then they play and it's really good vibe and then someone's like, yeah, and you're like, shut the fuck up, and you're like, hey, can that guy, we're just having a bit of an intimate moment, and you're kind of like, don't ruin this for us. It's that kind of vibe where you're kind of like, we're here. This is Ireland as far as you know. So don't be fucking, do you ever feel that? And you're like, don't say, or like anyone, or you see like a comedian and maybe someone like heckles and you're like, oh, fuck, he's going to think that's what Ireland is.
Yeah.
Or she.
Well,
Yeah.
I've just never seen one.
No, I've seen women comedians, but I haven't seen any of them. None of them are funny. Women aren't funny at all. Those people are out there just saying that, like, for real.
I'd say on comments of all my friends, like you see them, like even like a friend puts up a stand-up clip or something like that, and it's like some hilarious, brilliant clip that's got millions of views, and then just like all these unbelievably dumb men on it just go, women are, well, tell me when the comedy starts.
Yeah.
Oh, sad.
It's sad. I do.
Broken men. Get that man a shed.
Yes.
There should be an Instagram extension app that if a comment comes up and says women aren't funny, they just get immediately a link to a men's shed.
But then sometimes, do you ever? I was reading something the other day. I don't want to shame this person, but it was horrible, a terrible piece, and all of her pieces are terrible in my opinion. But I read them as a kind of hate journalism. Does that make sense? Not that I probably would agree with this woman politically on many things and all that kind of thing, but I just find her insipid. And I was reading it.
Is this the same person?
She wouldn't,
the same person?
No, she
my
wouldn't.
mum's blog.
She wouldn't be well known or anything. But anyway, I was reading this thing, and the comments were going, "Well, this isn't really a thing." And it's like, "This has been happening for years." And it was just like, I was kind of like, much as I hate comments, right? I hate all comments, but I'm like, yeah, it's terrible. It's like it's kind of like hating the people in the lefty or in an activist movement or whatever. It's kind of like, oh, shut up. I just was enjoying. It's terrible. It was a part of myself I didn't like, but I was like, yeah, shut up. It's terrible.
Yeah.
But that's okay because I think it's okay to criticize journalism in some. I don't know. What am I talking?
Yeah,
I'm trying to dig myself out of it. I just was being mean. I was being mean.
Hey, look,
yeah,
it's fine.
there's critiquing journalism, and then they're going, "Shut up."
Well, yeah, that was my feeling. I didn't comment it, but I did feel like saying, "Oh, shut up." Oh, would you shut up?
Welcome to Shut Up with Shane Daniel Byrne. Shut up, Daniel Byrne.
Every single bit of content that's put on the internet, because there's so much, it's just a penny in a fountain. And for you to scream at it and scream at this one thing, you're just screaming at a little fucking penny in a fountain. Like everything that arrives in your algorithm is as insignificant as a fucking penny. It's nothing. And everyone just gets so worked up about it. And then they're like, oh, look at all these pennies, you know? And
Look at all these pennies. Yeah, but you know what? If those people who are commenting, if they talk to somebody about that out over coffee in the pub at the office, if they said, I read this article and she drove me nuts with it, and you just explain it, that would enrich your life. That would, like engaging with creativity, engaging with art and culture enriches your life. But commenting is dead. It's a dead thing. Nothing is happening. But if you talk to someone and say, I read this thing and it frustrated me, the article, I didn't agree, then something would happen. Something would change. Wheels would turn. But it's a dead process by just commenting that they're just to be. And there's those who just want to be cruel.
Well, let me tell you, if people actually have to do things face to face, they get a little bit of a tummy flutter, and they might change how they're speaking to someone if they actually have to be. I mean, for example, I had to return a mop to Home Store and More.
Oh.
It was an awful mop. It was a spinny mop. I got sold on the gimmick. You could put it in a thing and spin it, pump it.
Oh, that one. God, I've wanted that one for years.
In Churchtown place?
I did.
And did anyone know you in there?
Someone did the last time
I'm very
I went in. They were
famous
very
in there.
nice.
I'm very famous.
You're famous in the church
In Home Stores and More.
Home Stores and More.
I'm very famous in
Yeah.
there. Sometimes I'm famous.
You know him
a few
from
years ago,
RTE, from Home Store.
You know
More.
him from the bedding section of Home Store. and More. You know him from the camping section.
I've seen
A
him
few years
rifling
ago-
through the carpet samples.
a few years ago, I was famous because were you on Tony Campbell's podcast? Yeah, I said, yeah, that was me. Yeah, so there you go.
Did you know that the Ann Moore in Home Store and More is actually Shane Daniel Byrne?
Really?
That's what it stands for.
I thought it was a woman
It's
called
me.
Ann Moore.
No, Ann Moore. She passed away, so we changed it to Ann Moore as a tribute to her.
Oh, that's very nice.
It's me and Raymond.
Holmes.
That's what we do. That's what we do. That's Raymond's job. That's my job outside of this. That's what we do.
It was
Shane's
just-
drag name is
I
Ann
wanna
Moore.
Go back. No, my drag name is Guna Manaw.
Guna Manaw?
Yeah, that means woman.
Dress?
It means like woman's dress, as in that is a woman's dress.
Oh, yes.
And then also woman's
Gooning.
dress, as in a man in women's dress. You know what I mean? And Guna Manaw.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it. Tony.
Gooning Minot. No, it is disappointing about Home Store and More because apparently it was meant to be called Ann Moore's Home Store.
Yeah.
And they messed it up. And then when they arrived, she was like, Home Store, Ann Moore? And she was devastated.
No,
by it.
I said Ann Moore. You put the wrong way round.
the wrong way round.
And she was very sick as
She
well.
was very sick. Well, that's
Very sick at the
unfortunately them.
time.
And then Jesus, you know, like when she passed, I mean, the fucking vultures immediately just ampersand.
Yeah,
M-O,
they just
copy
changed
of
it
D,
back.
they added they lengthened the stick on the A.
Oh,
made it a D.
devastating. Anyway, I went in to Home Store.
Do you know? Sorry, I know you're talking about this.
Hey, no, let this drag out. That is my favorite type of anecdote.
I'm so excited to hear about it. One, this is absolutely terrible. The time of life I'm in.
I know.
The other day I didn't take the clothes off the clothes horse. I said I'll save that for myself for the morning.
Oh,
what
yeah.
the fuck's wrong with me? But I've done. Here's old man. I've done some returns in Home Stores and more. Very handy. It was very useful.
Home Stores and more.
Anmore's Home Store. I was up in Anmore's Home Store and I did some returns there, and it was very simple process. And I paid in the car, but she gave me cash. Very handy. Oh wow! You know, just have it in the car. You know, sometimes you might get stuck at toll or whatever. You know what I mean? Or, you know what I mean?
Cash.
It's €10.87 or whatever you might need.
A
whatever.
gentleman always carries cash. That's what my granddad used to say.
Well, I don't have cash on me at Raymond. I'm not Raymond.
My God.
Stop! Don't make me
I
think of this
thought
one.
I cut my hair. I hoped it would stop.
Just
I
cut
cut
this.
my hair.
no.
Just cut this one out.
Oh, no.
No, I don't want to be in
Oh,
it.
no.
Okay, go on. Yeah, I'm moving on.
Why were you triggered there? It's Raymond. I was looking for his pocket money. I've no cash on me, Raymond.
Raymond has his own job in Home Stores and more.
I said a very Shane Byrne coded thing yesterday, and just in
I
terms of
actually
being
feel
30.
sick over that. I want that
You
cut out.
should. No way.
It stays in.
No way. Because
Sorry,
it was a
go on.
sad reaction. It wasn't even
Yeah,
a
it
funny
wasn't
one
even
like
a
the last
fun
time.
one. It
I
was
know,
like,
because I'm a bit tired and I was like, oh, you idiot. Sorry.
Yes, please.
No, I did. I just went. I'd done all the laundry, and I'd come back, and she's like, "Did you do all the washing?" I was like, "Isn't that nice? Isn't that so nice?" And I just walked into the room. I was like, "Isn't that nice? Isn't that so nice?"
That's what I said. That's on episode one of this podcast.
Yeah.
So you're catching up with me in age now. Episode one of this podcast, I said that. Do you not like it when the house is clean?
Isn't that nice?
Do you not like it when the
Isn't
house is
that so
clean?
nice? Because like, I should have left the house today. That's what I was really thinking.
The cordyceps mushroom of motherhood has completely enveloped Terry's brain now, where she's just a walking mother. She said, "Dude, the three things of putting the lunches together." She said, "No, no," and then she put it in the fridge. No, she had 3 nows.
I love now. I say it all the time.
And I'm not talking about the taxis. She did she did 3 nows in a row.
So you went to Anne
I went
Moore's
to Anmore's home store
to bring back the
bring
swishy
back
mop.
a swishy mop. Valide. Should be called villain.
I feel like you were braver than me because I feel like you brought back a dirty old mop,
I brought. This is the thing.
whereas I brought back a vacuum that did not suck. So that was fair
That's
enough.
just such a funny
Fair enough to
thing.
bring
It's
that
the
back.
only thing it's supposed to do.
There will be no vacuuming today because the trolley doesn't suck.
Do you know, why
Toothbrush
did
with no
why did I edit myself and say vacuum instead of Hoover? Why did I do that?
I don't know.
That was weird.
I think it's because he said laundry and we were in kind of American headspace.
Maybe.
Yeah, I did say
maybe.
laundry.
And then you said
yeah.
the washing. You did a quick
The
pivot out of
washing.
that. Bit of washing.
Nice.
So I went to Anne Store's home more
And Summers
and Summer's store for more
at home.
at home.
This vacuum doesn't suck.
Tony's laughing at suck. Okay, that's the level. So sometimes we're old and sometimes we're young. It's hard to know like which way our instincts are going to go.
It doesn't suck.
Sorry, sir.
I'm not even thinking about like a double entendre. I just think it's funny. It doesn't suck.
It doesn't suck.
Well, it didn't suck. So what was I supposed to do? I'm not
And
going to
what's
have
funny is that it sucks because it doesn't suck.
Yeah.
Dude,
This vacuum doesn't suck.
Dude,
Therefore,
it also
sucks.
blows.
It fucking blows.
Yeah.
Sorry, this vacuum blows.
I think someone put my vacuum the wrong way around because it blows.
It's set to blow.
So I went to Anne Summers' home and more.
R.I.P.
And I
on
went
Store.
in and I didn't want to go in with the dirty mop. I didn't want to just go in. So I went up to the desk and I said, I have a mop that I need to return. And he goes, like a bit like, oh. And he goes, okay. All right, look, all right, come over here to me. And he walked a big long walk over to another till.
Yeah.
And he goes, all right, hang on, where's the mop? And I'm like, well, it's in the car. And he went, oh, again, like 2 back to back. And I was like, I just didn't want to bring in a dirty mop. And he goes, all right, bring in the dirty mop. So I brought it in. He'd gone missing. So then they had to call him on the intercom to come back.
Oh, God.
So then he came back and I showed it to him. And he said, what's wrong with it? I said, you can pump it like this.
For those listening on audio, Tony's doing quite a
masturbate-y kind of.
masturbate-y kind of
You can pump
action.
it fast.
Milk churning kind of action.
And you can pump it in the bucket. But basically, we were trying to clean with it, and you're meant to pump it apparently really fast, and that dries it. But I don't know how it's going to dry it because you have to fill it up above the mop in the bucket for it to work, even to swivel in that. So it's just constantly soaking wet. And firstly, when I was trying to use the mop, did I think this is far too much water and stop? Or did I think, oh no, maybe this is just what the mop's supposed to do? the latter. I was fucking soaking. It was like fucking Noah's Ark in the kitchen, soaking wet. I couldn't even obey the logic of it. Anyway, I said, "Excuse me."
You have small children.
I have
Small
some
children,
small
two
You have
by
small
two.
children at home.
I have
You know
small
what I mean?
children.
You know what I mean?
And I can't be affording all those.
When
Slipping,
you have
sliding.
kids at home, you can't slip and sliding.
Slipping, sliding.
I know what they're like
His
at that
wife
age.
is you
What
got
they're like
sort
at
of
that
some
age.
sort of now
And
Tourette's.
this is the thing. I'm not doing well. I don't know if I'm doing, a yellow sandwich board caution signs well to be having them around the house. I'm not doing that well.
You can't be getting. Where did you buy them? I don't know where you buy those yellow sandwich boards. Cost
You'd probably have to buy them. They have a contract.
They have
I'd
to be
say.
bought in.
Let's say you get them out of catalogue.
Maybe a home store and
They
more.
don't
Maybe
sell them
somewhere
in
like that.
stores. So it said it doesn't work, and then he said, "All right, well, I don't think it's meant to swivel outside." I said it should swivel outside like that when you take it out of a mop, so that you
Okay.
can get rid of all the.
So you've been there
wetness
for
from
5
it.
minutes and you've basically been wanking in this guy's face. You've been doing that for.
I was holding a mop. I
Right.
think I was getting away with it.
Okay, I didn't know the mop was there. I thought-
Anyway, he says, "Oh, it's not supposed to spin outside the thing." And I said, "Well, I went on the official Velida YouTube, and they showed that, and that's where I because there was no instructions that came with the mop. Now, that is a lie." But
See, this is why I was intrigued. This is the second half.
knew it.
I was intrigued, one, to hear this story because I've done returns there myself, and also we're getting to old men. And two, because I know that
It's
will
Tony.
there'll be a scheme or a scam
some sort of
going
lie,
on.
some sort of.
then brought in this other woman, and she said, "Oh, I don't think that's supposed to spin." And I was like, "Well, as I was saying to your colleague, here it is on the official Velida YouTube page. You can." And then they spent ages trying to look for the thing.
On the YouTube?
On the YouTube.
Do they have
my
Is
God.
there an official Velida YouTube page?
Hard to find. And you have to scroll through loads, you know what I mean? And also they have many different make of spinning mops. So to type in Velida spin mop, it's like, no, it's not the right one. So they were getting a bit frustrated with me. And then I was like, no, you see, the thing is, it is supposed to spin. So you get it. And then some fucking guy walking by was like, yeah, I don't think it's supposed to spin outside the bucket. I'm like, I really want to be like, fucking asked you. But
Oh
I
my
didn't.
God.
I didn't.
Was he a staff
Someone else
member?
is getting
He was a
in.
staff member,
Oh, okay.
which is fair.
Oh, he's a staff member. I wasn't a plant.
No.
An audience plant.
And it wasn't a plant. Because actually don't sell plants
At home store
stores.
and more.
No.
Oh.
No, you need to go to home base for that, but they'll change to the range now.
Oh,
Changing
God.
the range.
It's all
Yeah.
bought up by the range. Go on.
But anyway, so then they were like, okay, fine. Look, can I see your receipt? And I said,
Oh, Tony.
now you're going to love this, sir. If you've not been annoyed enough, I don't have a receipt. And he went, and I said, but I do have the date of purchase. And that seemed to wind him up even more. So I told him the date of purchase, and he logged in and he couldn't see it. And I said, oh, sorry, I've confused myself. That's the only time it appeared on my AIB statement. It actually, the date of purchase was the day before.
Oh,
and then he went on to
God.
that, and he said, it says you only spent $9.99. And I said, well, I'll have you know that the mop was actually about 40 quid. And I bought another swivel pad that was $9.99. And
my
he said,
God.
well, it only says $9.99. And I said, can you print out the receipt? And he said, no, we're not allowed to do that. You're going to have to go to head office. And I said, oh, well, can you not just check the transaction times of that date? And he goes, it's much easier if you have a receipt. And I was like, well, gee, what's good about those things is they also keep a tally of all those transactions.
Oh my God! I'm actually hold on. Need a break.
This
Actually,
is
I think
insane.
for the listeners, hold on.
Okay.
Let's take a pause.
Just
there.
take a pause here.
Let's
So-
take some analysis.
Absolutely.
Let's head to the studio
We'll
and
be
take
back
some
with a
analysis
break.
on that. Killian Sundermann. It's gone from some would say from bad to worse. Is the
It's
feeling in
gone
the
from
studio?
bad to worse. And Tony Cantwell, once a much beloved figure in the Irish and international podcasting scene, has really going after the working man here and trying to destroy this man's day by really, really pushing it and lying, from what I'm hearing. Some analysis that he's lying.
Yeah, thank you very much. So there is from Killian Sundermann, some lies, some barefaced lies up front.
For the second half of the story, what do you think he needs to do, Shane?
I think, in good conscience, I think Tony should really pack this in for the sake of, he doesn't have the receipt. He should have the receipt. That's what I would think. Fair is fair. We all did, well, we didn't all. Some of us chose juniors for business studies, so it was an elective depending on, you might have done something else instead. But Killian, hopefully now, look, the main thing I hope for is a resolution today, and I think that's what we can get out of this.
That's all the hope we can hope for. And just one more thing to add was when Tony was standing there and the woman said through the intercom, there's a man here with a dirty mop. My initial reaction was, that's not very nice. It's actually called a dream flow. Anyway, back to Tony Cantwell and his story.
About Tony Cantwell, thank you so much.
So I said, well, what's good about those tills is they also keep a tally of all the transactions. And they said, well, we can't see the actual transaction. And it just says $9.99. And I'm like, I think that you might just have put in the code for just the mop head, because those are $9.99. Do you want me to get the box and you can put in the code for it? And he's like, no, they might have been on sale. The only transaction was $9.99. And then I said a sentence that makes zero sense but sounds like it's important. I said, well, with GDPR, can I have a look at your screen?
That's the opposite.
I said, well,
That's the
you know,
complete opposite
with
of
GDPR, can I have a look at your screen? And he was like, okay. And he said, okay. And so I poked my head around. I made sure not to cross the line because I was raised that you do not cross behind the till, you know, you don't go in there.
Yeah.
So I poked my head around and was like, yeah, that says the swivel mop. So I think you've just scanned that one. Can I get you the code? Because of course I didn't have the box for the mop either. I'd been that. Do you want me to get the box? And then he goes, oh, my apologies. Yeah, that was a swivel mop. And then immediately changed his tune. And he was like, do you know what? Sorry about that. Yeah, do you know what you are? And he found the mop and it was $39.99. And he was like, actually, do you know what? I can go, let me actually show you another mop that I'd recommend. And he was like, sorry about that. And I was like, no, here, I'm so sorry, man.
Why is he apologizing to you? You've been a brute.
I actually have not been a brute.
Meeting him back in the middle in the apology.
I met him in the middle and I said, no, I'm really sorry about that. Like, I don't even know the box. I've got a dirty mop here. I don't have a receipt. I really appreciate this because I know it's a real faff for you having to look through all this stuff and me not having a receipt. So I'm sorry. I should have had a receipt.
Oh, God.
You know? Then he walked me over. He showed me a mop that he recommended. I brought it back over to the till and I had €11 a kind of credit note. And he was like, I'm really sorry about that. And I'm like, here, no problem at all. And he goes, right, so there's your mop and there's your credit note. And I said, do you know what? I actually wouldn't mind kind of browsing here. Do you mind if I might buy a couple more things? Can I use this credit note for that? And he was just like, oh. And then I ended up not buying anything.
When you were a salesman, I would have bought so much shit off of you.
You think so?
I think you have a dark skill at like manipulation in those kind of.
But you were bad at sales, no?
I was good at sales, but I wasn't. I wouldn't rate myself as a salesman. But the circumstance.
But what are you? I feel like a tarantula.
He's like a reptile. Yeah. Did you go? What? Did you, then you left the store, and every time you saw a woman's handbag, did you just go into it and go GDPR? GDPR.
I said, well, sorry, wait, GDPR. I don't. You know what it is it's my. I think it's my career, it's my childhood spent as a chameleon, just matching people who I think, and then saying things, so not really fully believing. I don't lie anymore. I used to lie a lot as a child, and so I don't really find that much of an issue because I feel like I'm kind of an invisible. I'm a customer. A customer might have accidentally gone on something and thought it was the Velita mop thing and said that thing. I pulled from all the resources. I'm like Rey Skywalker pulling from all of the Jedis to defeat the Emperor for some reason again. I just pull from all the what if situations. And I like to think of myself sometimes when I'm on the phone. There's probably an old woman who said this before. And I can probably say that. You know what I mean? I only rob from the greats. I only rob from old women.
And Skywalkers.
And Rey Skywalker. So anyway, got the mop and €11 credit note, and I do want to say a huge thank you to the staff of Home Store More who were incredibly kind and courteous.
Well, I'm worried now because
you have a reputation there.
As you know, I'm very famous in there.
Home Store More.
And what if now? Well, probably not because young people have those jobs. They just kind of it's like, I quit because I'm going to Vancouver.
Yeah.
So maybe
There's
I'm not famous anymore.
Sort of
but what if the word has
that
spread now that like your man Tony Cantwell was in here? He's a fucking pain in the arse.
Fucking asshole.
Yeah.
And his best friend just came in now, and I'm going to give him the treatment.
One of his favourite colleagues.
One of his favourite. Top 10 favourite colleagues.
What if I have to bring back another Hoover or something? And then they go, we're not doing this again. I'm like, I have my receipts there.
Like, what are you using these Hoovers for?
This one doesn't suck anymore. You got just nothing but bandages on the outside of your trousers around your groin. This doesn't suck. And it's sore.
It's very painful.
Very painful.
They should get some sort of like rubber thing around because the edges of the top of the pole is very jagged.
you were to put your body up to that. I don't know. It's very painful.
Do you have Hoover with like maybe like a kind of a silicone spout thing? This is very hard.
With lube in it. I would like a delivery of a free. I want a robot Hoover, but I want it to be free. I don't want it. I'm not paying for that.
Yeah.
But I want somehow I win it in a raffle or something.
I think you'd get jealous of it, to be honest. I think it'd be the other one.
No. I think that'd be great if it just did a little bit every day.
Yeah.
A little bit every day.
If Ray's just like turning it on and Shane goes, oh yeah, well, I guess I'm not needed anymore.
Okay, so I'm not that bad. I'm not that bad.
Shane's there like Lady Di. Well, there was always three of us in the relationship.
There was three of us in this marriage. It was quite
Ray
bad.
and Beep Boop and of course me.
I'm not getting. Look, I'm not getting.
1,000 and myself. You know, we went on this stag on the weekend, the medieval thing.
I was so keen to ask you about it.
A lot of people, what was very funny about it was everyone had to dress up and very
In medieval
quickly,
garb.
In medieval garb. And very quickly, people kind of went into roles that sort of suited their personality. And I was trying, when you were telling that story of you know, in all your various different ways, being very yourself, I was like, what kind of character in medieval lore would you fall into? Like, there was I was thinking you would probably be not the king, but maybe the guy who whispers into the ear of the king, going, "No, but my lord."
Yeah.
That guy, I think that I was like, that's
Whatever the
probably,
old English vizier.
yeah, grand
is.
vizier kind of
Yeah.
guy, like, "But my lord, no."
And then you'd
Stay
rock
inside.
up and you'd be like, "Keep your fork tongue behind your teeth." Because I'd be whispering in Shane's ear.
I think that's kind of. I don't know what one you would be, Shane.
I don't know, and I'm not very good at this, but I think you both are great, and I'm enjoying it. But I can't.
Maybe you think
is-
you'd be a very good town announcer or something like that. Grain will be available with the new king's reign. Something like
I
that.
could
I'm
see
not
you
doing
out
that
there
job.
with
But
the
I'm just
fucking-
saying, I must have been very nice about. I don't know about these impressions. I can't do this particular style, and I'm very nice about it. And then you gave me a crap job.
I thought that was a good job. That's like literally the
Newsman?
showman. No, newsman is a good job though. That's an upper class.
If you
What
went
am
into
I,
the...
Richard Chambers?
Yeah, I didn't say.
You'd be so lucky.
When I was doing that half marathon, I completely forgot about this. It was like literally. Maybe have I told this? When I was
did.
doing a half marathon, and he gave me a slap on the stomach.
Richard Chambers slapped you on the
Slapped me on
stomach.
the stomach. And it was like literally the imprint of his hand as I was crossing the line was there. The
Wow.
white hand of Chambers.
I'll never wash this belly.
You haven't washed your belly since.
Yeah, and actually at the stag, I got spanked so hard.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Okay.
I got spanked
Everyone
so
calm down.
hard.
Let's pause there for some analysis. Tony, did you see when this was happening? Did you imagine that Killian's story with the stag would go into some kind of sexy fun games?
Didn't anticipate it. I expected kind of very wholesome boy banter.
Yeah.
I expected maybe some silly moments that we would laugh heartily at. I certainly did not expect to hear on the back of a Richard Chambers mention that he had been spanked on the bottom, and I certainly wasn't feeling this tingling in my own balls and intrigue into hearing the rest of it, Shane.
No, it certainly is extremely sexy and horny, and I'm very excited to hear where it might go. Like, and you know, the questions instantly arise. You have to wonder when spanking comes up in the conversation. This you have to wonder: is it bare arse? Is it flesh on flesh, or is it onto just a jean covered butt? These are the questions you do go through, and immediately you have these images and visions, and you get hard, and that's okay.
You get hard, and that's totally
part of it.
fine. That's totally acceptable. It's a normal thing, happens to every young man's body, and you have to wonder: was it a kind of a pat on the cheek as he was walking past? Was he in the stocks? I saw they had stocks there.
There were stocks as part of the thing.
there
So
were
was it a kind of a whole S&M BDSM punishment games?
Yeah.
Well,
only
and we're
time
learning
will tell.
something new. Anyway, let's head back over. We're joining Killian Sundermann with a story about the stag.
Well, the stocks were not. The spanking was some sort of thing that was used for the barbecue. Someone had gotten spanked, and he screamed so loudly. I thought he was joking about how sore it was, because he did this, which made me laugh so much. Someone spanked him, and he went,
Okay, great.
and so I thought that was kind of fun. And then the next day, I was going up to Jeffrey, who had spanked me, and I was like, "Man, that hurts so much. I can't believe you did that." And then he was like, "Well, in fairness, Killian, you really asked me to do it." So I kind
Okay.
of begged for the spanking.
You begged?
I begged for the spanking.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and it was very, very sore, and it hurt so much, and I was really upset about it. But there was a few things we were all slipping in, like the
What's the
character
spanker's name?
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
Yeah, and
I knew that. I should have trusted myself.
Yeah, Jeffrey. Yeah.
So you went up and said, "Jeffrey, spank me, please."
No,
Jeffrey, spank
I
me.
think there was a vibe. Well, I kind of thought there was a vibe of someone must be spanked next.
That's good.
That's kind of the vibe of, you know,
As
the way.
an organizer of the stag, that was a good.
You
that
were
was
on
a
the committee.
brave-
No, it was. I don't know if you understand, but it was kind of a vibe being given out, and it was like someone's been spanked. They're not just going to stop. Someone needs to present their bottom, and I kind of did
It never
for te-
stops at one.
No,
When
I wouldn't
spanking-
understand.
yeah.
If someone looks at a fucking pool and they're like, "Oh, someone should jump in the nip into that pool," or someone should fucking
Yeah.
piss on that thing or shit on a rock. Who do you think the fucking person who gets the call? Who do you think the person who sees the shit as a bat signal up in the sky is? Me. Don't you say I don't understand. I've been an attention seeker. I've been an attention seeker for 38 years. 38 years I've been an attention seeker. I don't understand. No, we're kindred spirits. I think that's why we relate
It
so
was
well.
good. There was my character was my brother dressed up as the only lady, Lady Guinevere, which is
great.
surprising. I would have thought there would be more, but he
Amazing.
wore my mother's dress, and she was like, "Please wear deodorant when you're wearing my dress." And then when he was getting getting the dart into town, he just got a text from a woman and said, "Have a great time. Remember, deodorant." And then he was wearing a shawl that my granny had. Anyway, he looked very beautiful and he was Lady Guinevere. And then everyone was being very like, "Oh, isn't she beautiful? What a beautiful lady." And then he had a sword and then I was fighting my brother. And then I don't know, I was kind of like a warrior kind of guy. But then I got very into this character of fighting my sister because he was my brother, but he was my sister. And then I kept doing this thing where I was like, yeah, you will wed me, sister. You will wed me.
Oh my God, this is
It got very weird.
That's very weird.
I didn't expect any of this to be what you talked about.
Spanked, incestuous relationship.
Spanked, incest.
Yeah.
Was he
was
treated?
really fun.
Was he treated in a kind of like like a modern Hollywood film that maybe has to go out to like 4 quadrants? Everyone has to like it, where they kind of like reinvent history and show women actually being respected, like in Bridgerton, for example, where it's all like it's not like women are just as opinionated and are allowed to be as free and as was it that kind of thing?
Do you think we like?
Did
Brehon law?
Did 22 men treat this lady with the respect?
No. I think that as the more
So it was historically accurate.
as more drunk. Yeah, it was historically accurate.
That's all you need to say.
And you were in the house, and then you also got the dart to town.
Well, that was just to get the train out, and Niels got the train out. But it was out in Boris and Ossory. It was very good. There was a fully functioning trebuchet. It was great.
Wow.
And then we got really loud very quick. It was surprising how quickly. We were doing the trebuchet and someone was in the stocks and we were throwing vegetables and fruit and veg. And if it hit you, it actually looked like it would really hurt. But luckily, we must have done this trebuchet about 100 times. It didn't hit anyone once. But it was maybe 5 times before someone turned around, put their feet into the stocks and had their bare arse presented to the trebuchet. Again, why do this? Because it felt like someone had to.
Someone had to.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
important
So that would
to
have
do
seemed like, if I could just say, that would have seemed like the prime spanking candidate if I had to.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
I
you
may.
should have spanked him instead of trebucheted him.
Well, it was trebuchet. He put himself up. I said, but this person's put themselves up for the trebuchet. I think they've done enough for the for the affairs of the day.
And with the legs in the, sorry, just a bit of a detail. With the legs in the trebuchet and the bare bottom, does that mean that the willy was out?
Yeah, I'm trying to picture that now.
Does that mean the willy was out?
But it had been facing away, so.
Still though.
I think they done
That's
it.
not
in a
all
way-
right.
It was done in a way that the willy was still safe.
So it was discreet.
Yes. And then by the time there was like 3 arses like fully on display at one point. Sort of kind of like what definitely happened when William Wallace and his guys were fighting the British.
100%. I've seen
when
that.
that definitely
Historically
happened.
accurate film.
And then there was a massive sausage, like a big salami. A huge salami, like very thick. And I was in the stocks.
I beg your pardon?
A very thick, large thing. That like if it was in your mouth, which it was in several people's mouths,
Show us.
your mouth was like this, like,
That's pretty wide.
and you were in the
That's
stocks
as wide
and
as
it was
your
like that. And I was in the stocks and people were launching vegetables at me with the trebuchet.
you're
And then someone
vegetarian.
was like, oh, it's his go to have the sausage in his mouth. And they came up and they were shoving it in my mouth and everyone was laughing. And I was like, no. And they were like, ha, 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 ha. And they were like shoving it in my mouth. I was like, please, I'm vegetarian.
That's. I thought when
so
they were
bad.
flinging vegetables at you, that was like out of respect.
No, yeah, the sausage would be like, and I was like, please, I'm vegetarian. And they're like, oh, sorry. Literally like shoving meat in my mouth.
The sorry tells you everything you need to know about that stag.
Sorry.
Sorry about that.
That's like it's quite. I'm thinking of The Outsiders here. It's quite gay guy coded. A lot of these things. This
Are
is
you
a
joking?
homoerotic.
Do you want to see a photo of? It was so.
Are you
Of
joking?
what? What might
you
he
joking me?
possibly?
Of course it was.
Here's a photo of salami in someone's ass and the other end in a mouth.
It was very.
It was just good
surprising
fun.
about
Just
how
good
much. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to talk anymore because I'm like, I
you
literally
don't.
don't want to get in too much trouble. But this is some photos from the stag. That's just something there.
Oh wow.
Okay.
So that's some.
That's some arse
That's
there.
a bulge.
Yeah. Where's one with the sausage in the mouth?
There's a
I mean,
sausage in the mouth.
That's that one there.
Yeah.
That's
This is quality
this is
audio podcast.
not very good audio podcasting. Killian is scrolling through the
That's that one
media
there,
tab
and
of
this
the WhatsApp group for the medieval stag.
My
Which
goodness.
stag? See, this is the thing. Straight boys.
There's 3 arses on display.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
my brother's arse.
Ah.
Which one is him?
He's that one there.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Does
I
it
can't
look
quite
like
see
me?
it? Your bum? I need
I've
to
never
see yours
seen
again.
you bending over it. Okay, let's. Oh my
This kind of stuff.
Okay,
That's
I want to
kind of
move
fun.
on from because it is feeling a bit sickly.
Well, I would say,
Yes.
I do think when a bunch of straight boys get together, it does go a bit gay.
Was there
And I
any gay
think
boys
we're
there?
all cowards.
Yes.
There was
gay
straight
boys
were
there?
Cowards.
Yes.
Oh,
How did they
good.
get on?
Good. Yeah. I mean, it was gay and straight alike. All had a wonderful time.
Wonderful.
Um,
Very big melting pot.
And I think I want to go back and do it every week.
Don't forget, you can send us in your secret gay homo stuff that you did at stags, because we all know that happens. People go on a stag party and then they do something weird and they never mention it ever again.
Yeah.
We know that happens, and I'm speaking, I mean, is it? I mean, yeah, I love it.
Oh.
So,
have you ever ensnared one?
No, but I've never been on a stag.
No, have you ever ensnared
Does your
one that
spider web
maybe
ever caught
came
any
to the local
flies?
town and came into your tavern? Straight boy.
No
Can't
comment.
fucking see
No
straight.
comment. I need to move
no
on.
comment is salacious.
Dropped my cup. I was so fucking shocked.
We'll talk about all my affairs over on the bonus today. No, but do send those in a postcard to 14A McGuinness Place, Pearse Street, Dublin 2.
Very good.
One of them, yeah. 1, 2.
People have sent us in a couple of postcards. West Cork, I sent that one. Grand Canaria, someone sent that one, but they didn't put their name.
Yeah, more postcards would be great.
Thank you very much.
We can't demand them.
We have an exciting package, but I'm going to be opening that on the bonus, so you don't know.
Whoa. Shaped like a record.
It's a record. It's not that exciting.
This is how I imagine it's going to go. You're going to open it and be like, oh, I haven't listened to that. Oh. And I'll be like a band I haven't heard of. And then we won't talk about it.
I'll be like, I haven't listened to that, and I never will, because I don't have a record player. It has several records. Yeah. So, there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
How was your hot weekend, Shane?
It was good, yeah. I mean,
Swim?
I didn't swim.
Wow.
Wow.
That's not very like you.
No, I haven't. I have a reputation
year.
as a swimmer, and that's actually outdated. I haven't been. I don't know. I haven't been.
Go.
I love that you're talking about like your reputation as a swimmer in the same way that people use like terms like handicap or something like that. It's like, it's outdated.
no.
I thought it was going to be golf thing, but it wasn't. I was hoping it was going to be golf, and it wasn't.
It's outdated.
It's outdated.
It's an outdated
what do you want
term
to
to
say?
call me a
Term.
swimmer. Well,
Why don't you just give me a minute? You know, this has been very much. I've been quite calm this podcast, and
You
let you
have.
have lots of chat, and then
Yeah.
you turn to me to interview me, which is a good podcast host instinct, Killian. Good for you. And then you just start talking over me.
I'm sorry, Shane, and let me say, I think you might not swim as much anymore, but in my head, you're always a swimmer.
Why do you? Why does it feel that way?
Well, I think, you know what? He goes on one big nudie swim a year and he calls himself a swimmer. That's what I think.
That is,
I just feel like you've got a good stroke.
Killian, you are absolute pony boy. Like, you've got a good stroke. I'm a good swimmer. Yeah, okay. Well, come to my swimming classes. I'm running them once a week in Killiney Beach, and it's just me and a load of swimmers.
It's rough.
My favorite is breaststroke.
Shit.
Totally.
You know what? See, it's been good and bad this podcast because there's some good stuff there. I like some of the ideas we played
Some of
with.
the
I like
ideas
some
we
of the
played with.
content of the anecdotes, the stories. I like your interpretation. But I mean, I called him Raymond again, and I think I really feel.
Since
and
then.
then you said that just there, and then you had a
I
flub.
had a fluff. Yeah, I said rewilding.
What we wilding.
Rewilding. Yeah.
Wildlife Angel, Power
See, this is
Angel.
the thing that these like Gen Zers get. Like they see like three lads having coffee together and they're fluffing every single thing they say, and they say to each other, "Oh God, can we please never be like that? Can our banter please never be that bad?" But it's just because we're so close. That's the thing that these Gen Zers just don't get. You know,
But your banter will go like that.
Yeah.
It will topple because you care less. It will just disappear. I mean, I have so much wisdom to offer the younger generation, but we only have that person, Kayla or Kaylee or...
What do you mean? There's loads of
Killian.
Gen Zers that listen to this.
We don't know. Only one has reached out who's 19.
No, but Gen Z is anyone up to like 26.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
there's like
Loads.
another
27
generation now.
even.
They haven't even named it.
1995.
I'm going to run a development course.
1997, sorry. 1997.
I'm running a self-development course for people who were born 97 to 2000.
1997. I'm like the Gen Zers. You can hit. They'll be like Slay Queen. Like, oh my God, the Young Hot Guys podcast just got so dark.
I don't
towards the
think
end.
they do say Slay Queen. See, this is where you start to get old, where you think you know
No, that's all cap.
what
They
the
do
young
say that.
people
That's all
say.
cap. That's all cap.
That is all cap though.
Oh, this is too
No, but
skibbity
they-
for me.
they-
Like, you know, it's
Skibbity
just...
toilet, like for goodness sake.
For goodness
Killian,
sake.
what's the youngest picture of you up in your family home?
The youngest picture of me. I think there's one of me like as a baby.
Okay.
But there's a very nice one.
I saw a video of Killian as a baby.
What?
He was in a cage.
Yes, yeah, smashing stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely
'Cause he was-
should have been in a cage.
Was that because you were born in England and they just weren't sure about you?
It wasn't a cage, it was like a pen, but it was very much a cage.
Yeah. You know this, but Irish kids who are born in England have to stay in a little cage for the first few years before their accent develops, and then once they hear the accent is coming out in clean, crisp, proper English, then they release them from the cage.
It's actually just to protect them from walking on English soil.
Yes.
You know? Unless you have one of those amazing dads who cut grass and they're like, his first steps will be on Irish soil. Remember that ad for sausages?
No.
Yes.
The man cut a little plot of grass from his hometown and he was on a bus with it.
You can't do that now.
You wouldn't get
The one
that- you
with
wouldn't get that
the
through
mom is a
fucking
bitch.
security.
She's
now.
like, we export all our best stuff. Is that her? I'm a fucking bitch. She's so mean to the daughter-in-law.
I don't know that one.
And then on the way, when he leaves, he says, safe journey.
Oh,
Safe journey.
Safe journey.
Safe journey. Safe journey. Anyway,
There's some
she's not
funny
nice
things
to her
that I
daughter-in-law.
identify as someone who was born in England and moved to Ireland when he was 3 years old. Paul Brady has a song. I don't know if you know it.
The island.
Yeah.
The Island.
No, not The Island.
Arthur McBride.
He has one about being treated as a second-class citizen in England. There's also that song.
Justice?
Nothing but
a bunch of murderers.
Yeah.
Hey Johnny, can't wait
wait,
till
this is
Saturday
Saturday
night.
night. Yeah, that's
Again,
it.
I was a little
brilliant.
baby in a play group, and I was like,
pen.
that's the kind of playpen. I wasn't allowed out. Also, building up and tearing England down. That kind of song. And for some reason, I completely identify with these songs, even though I was there for, it must have been 3 years. And all I did was just sit around and play with toys.
Ah.
When I'm like, yeah, it's tough over there in the 90s, man. It's tough over there in the fucking 90s.
Yeah.
The grief I was getting.
Grief I was getting, man.
Sure.
The other kids in the playground, look at me funny. My little paddy cap on, and it's treated different.
I mean, as far as I remember, I couldn't read at the time. Pretty sure they had those no dogs, no blacks, no Irish signs
Yeah.
up. I couldn't read. Again, it was 3.
Yeah.
But they definitely had those signs up. I have a weird memory of that.
Yeah, definitely. And there was this really racist character on the Bananas in Pajamas episode. There was just this big potato, and he talked just like me, and felt really, really bad.
What was there that?
No,
Well, no,
just
they
made
were
that up.
Australian.
Sorry.
So Frankie from the Saturdays, not Australian.
Yeah.
Bananas in pajamas,
Australian.
Yeah, that's
Neighbours
exactly.
Australian.
Neighbours Australian. Yeah, that's what I was
Home
thinking
and
as
away.
well when you were saying that. I also realised that as well when you were saying that. So yeah, thanks.
Bananas in Pajamas is a fucking dog shit show. The opening is great because the song is really fucking banging. It's the most amazing theme song. It's probably I think of any show in the world, it is the best theme song. Like the how quick the show fucking plummets into shit. You know,
I think they had the
Bananas in
concept
Pajamas
and they
is
had the
the
song.
strongest, steepest plummet.
They had the concept in the song, and they were like, "Well, this is going to be great." And they're like, "Well, what would the show be about?"
And they're like, I'm in a fucking clue.
Having a clue.
Having a
They're
clue.
always annoying the teddy bears, isn't that it?
Yeah, well, that sounds.
I don't know if they were annoying the teddy birds.
No, it's bananas. It's bananas in pajamas. What can go wrong?
Keep put a pair of fucking pajamas on a banana, you can.
I wish the guy who came up with this was still around to write the show for us.
Was it a song first? Anyway, look, who's to say? Who's to say? No,
I was trying to do a sort of bananas in pajamas writers' room thing, but I guess it was weak because there was no pickup on it.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
but
Let's
I thought
do that
like
again.
I thought you guys might do something good on that.
No, it's just that we're nearly at the end of the podcast.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it's kind
it's
of
too
like, are
late
we
to
going to
start a
jump into
bit.
that? I mean, to be
Yeah.
honest, Hilary might cut that out.
She might cut out the bananas in pajamas.
I don't
writers'
know.
room.
She might. She might.
You never know.
I was just thinking of
Hillary's
we
not
should
cutting this
finish
at
the
all.
podcast. You know, do you ever see when people who don't really they wouldn't really be used to talking to camera, but they have to report on TikTok about some
Yes.
exchange they had,
Yes.
and they always do. So yeah, so yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah. So I wonder if we could just try and just
So yeah.
our way out of the podcast.
Oh
Today.
yeah. So yeah.
Oh, we never talked about what we have to sell.
Well, Well, let's do that now.
So yeah.
So yeah.
great.
Doing the Edinburgh Fringe.
So yeah, the Edinburgh Fringe.
Edinburgh Fringe
Every single day.
Every single day. Me and Shane will be on. I'll be on, and then he'll be on.
Killian 5:30. Then I'm on at 7.
Sort of like a main course dessert.
Yeah, whatever you want. Yeah, take it, whatever you want.
Well, I was going to say start a
No.
main course, but I just wanted to be the main course. So.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
Sort of like a double
But
dinner.
it's about my weight.
a double
Yeah.
main.
And the great thing about dessert is, we actually skip dessert.
Yeah.
We just skip dessert. We got maybe gelato on the way home.
Yeah,
That's
but
the
pay
kind of
for it
attitude.
though.
Yeah.
Pay for it, but don't go. That's fine by
Well,
me.
pay for it if it's in the set meal. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't go ordering it and then leaving or anything like that. You're like buying tickets in advance. Just see how you feel after you've seen Killian's show.
I'm very glad you were there, Killian, and I'm glad, but I'm also like, oh, fuck, it's going to be terrible because no, I'll tell you
we'll see
why.
how he
I'll tell you for
circles this.
why. because we're going to know. I just feel like I'm always going to worry about like, what if Killian sells way more tickets than me and does everyone hate me? It's
Yeah, but what if the other happens?
Edinburgh to me is 1 month long of rejection where, you know what I mean? I don't know the people in the UK. I don't know them. I don't chat to them. So I'm like, just feels like no one wants to play with me. And now it's like, anyway, that's what I feel
What
like.
are you talking about? It's going to be great.
Well, listen, if you weren't already buying your tickets before that, you wait till you
It's my experience at the festival, not the show itself. The show, fine.
You're going to smash it. I'm going to smash it. But please buy your tickets now because there might be none left. There might be
That is
zero left
possible
for me
because
and
it is
Shane.
fine. It's a finite amount of tickets.
It's a finite amount of tickets, so get your tickets in advance. Anything else that people want to talk about?
Yeah, me. Teenage Wasteland. Tony Cantwell is back. Teenage Wasteland with a Dublin Fringe. Only Teenage Wasteland. September 12th to September 15th. They're all wasted.
So you can get your tickets at fringefest.com or in Tony's bio or in the show notes of this actual episode.
And Shane, do you not have something really amazing to talk about in October?
Fuck Vicar Street.
Yeah.
Tickets are on sale today, 17th of July for Vicar Street. Surprise Vicar Street, October 4th. That maybe was a mistake. Who knows? We'll have to wait
definitely
and see.
not gonna be out.
It's going to sell out.
Ew, let's see how it goes. So tickets on sale, 17th of July. The other one, I sold out the Abbey in one day, so maybe it'll happen again, Vicar Street. So thank you very much.
So,
One day.
I just totally forgot that.
Yeah.
so yeah.
So yeah.
So yeah. If you're at a stag and you want to put a sausage in someone's mouth, always check whether they're vegetarian or not.
You don't need receipts. And they actually have the receipts on the till. Bye.
So yeah.
So yeah.
So just
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I suppose
just
anything. Yeah, I guess.
so yeah.
Yeah.
so yeah, anything else?
So yeah.
Do you ever get a voice note and it's like it's 5 minutes long and 1 minute in it's kind of like anything else? And it's almost like, oh my god,
Oh.
I know there was something more. I can predict there's something more, and at the time you didn't know. It's almost like looking into the past.
Let's talk about voice notes over in the bonus. Sorry, we have to go from this
Yes, we have to go.
So yeah,
one. Okay. So yeah.
bye.
They're attractive.
Very attractive.
Hot and loud.
And a little bit sad.
He was the best guy around.
Oh my, is it hot in here or what?
You're an attractive guy.
It's the fabulous Tony Cantwell.
I'm talking about Shane Daniel Byrne.
Killian Sundermann.